lot has happened over the past few years, and to say that it's been easy for anyone, well, that'd be a bold-faced, size 72 Arial black typeface lie, right? Like big, bold letters. From chicken wing shortages to Canadian truckers convoying across the country the last 24 months, it's been a bit of a wild ride, right? I mean, we know this. The wheel and tire game has also been no exception to that, with shipping delays, stuck container ships, you know all of that. I'm Dustin, Dusty.co on Instagram, and in today's video, we're diving headfirst into the abyss to find out exactly what happened to fuel tires in 2022. Let's get it. Now, as we get into this sticky situation, I got the weirdest, okay, listen, I just need to say this out loud. I caught like a whiff of something because my sense is still coming back, and I had like the weirdest craving for hot stuff gas station pizza. I'm sorry, I don't. Now, as we get into this sticky situation of tire production, a reminder that if you need a set of tires for your truck, then we probably got them. Seriously, we got like over 150,000 different wheels and tires in stock ready to roll. See what I did? Tire, roll, ready? It's funny. Plus, if the winter blues got you down, but show season is creeping up on you, then no sweat. We got a bunch of different financing options from, all sorts of companies that'll get you as low as 0%, meaning you can finish your build now and build your credit at the same time. Plus, you'll be ready for show season.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
You know you want to. Check it out, customoffsets.com. Let's talk tires. Fury has been in the game for a long time now, and over the last few years has really made a name for themselves, especially when you're looking at the more show and niche sizes. We've had a few guys here that ran Fury tires and have had some great luck with them. Lawson, for example, had him on his last truck and he drove that thing literally all over the place. Daytona, Georgia, Branson, literally everywhere, and he had nothing but fantastic things to say about him. But all good things must come to an end. Well, sort of. Let me explain. It should come as no surprise to you when I say that the last few years have put a strain on pretty much every industry. We're talking the slow of global production, delays in ports all across the globe, a stuck container ship that f***ed up a ton of stuff for about a week and caused a holdup on goods all across the world. The list just goes on and on and on. On top of all the shipping troubles, inflation has caused the cost of raw materials like steel and aluminum and rubber to rise significantly. And then this in turn makes producing things like tires and lift kits and wheels also more expensive, which is why you see a ton of price increases pretty much all across the board on tires and wheels and lift kits and all of that good stuff. And then on top of all of that, the tariffs hit. Over the last few months, the words anti-dumping tax have been a little bit of a buzzword. Anyone who's in the automotive industry has talked about new tariffs, anti-dumping taxes, and on and on and on. But what exactly is an anti-dumping tax, and more importantly, why the hell does it actually matter to you? For starters, an anti-dumping tax is probably not what you think it is, actually. Most folks think that it has something to do with the environment and, not dumping off used tires in the creek bed in the back 40, because, we all know a guy that's probably done that once in his life. This couldn't be further from the truth. Here's how it actually works. Most tires are produced overseas in places like China and Taiwan, Korea, Vietnam, stuff like that. Because the conversion rates and such, these tires are usually quite a bit cheaper to produce in those countries and then export back to the US. This is great if you're a Korean tire manufacturer, for example, because you can produce a tire, load it into a container ship, put it on a boat, ship it across the big pond, and then bring it into America and sell it and make good money doing so. It's capitalism at its finest. Seems like a win-win, right? Well, it is, except because these tires are quite a bit cheaper than tires produced here in the good old US of A, the Department of Trade and Commerce is like, no, we're not doing that. They assign what's called an anti-dumping tax, right? These taxes, otherwise known as a tariff, are fees that are usually associated with bringing in and importing these overseas tires, which helps bring their pricing more in line with those of tires produced here in the good old US of A. This prevents tire manufacturers from producing a whole metric ton of tires and then dumping them into the US market, effectively making it impossible for an American tire company to be competitive because their products are priced more expensive than some of these overseas manufacturers.
Disappointed!
And that's exactly what happened, not only to Fury, but to a bunch of tire manufacturers in 2021. The Department of Commerce reassigned these anti-dumping taxes and, well, they weren't cheap. We're talking 25%, 35%, and even in one extreme case, a Taiwanese auto tire manufacturer, we're talking about a 115% anti-dumping tax. That means that in this particular case, that tire manufacturer is paying more to the Department of Commerce than they actually cost them to produce the tire. That's wild. These anti-dumping taxes, paired with the issues in the global shipping industry, left a lot to be desired over the last 18 months, and it caused a lot of companies to scramble, Fury being one of those companies. And they really had to look at their tire program and make a hard decision. Do they just pull out, fold up and call it a day, or do they get aggressive, source a new factory, and continue to push to make some of those tires that you guys have come to love from Fury? They thought about it, they chose the latter, and they did so well. Fury has been pretty quiet on the front lines over the last couple months, and that's not to say that they haven't been making moves on the backside. Sourcing a new factory, developing new products, and overall just gearing back for the come up of the century, if you would. Bigger and better than ever before. But in the meantime, what do you do if you're looking for tires, but maybe you don't know where to go? Well, great news. We got you. It's kind of our thing.
Yeah, I got you, fam. I got you.
If it's a hybrid tire that you're after, you know, that won't break the bank, it comes in some of those more niche sizes, look no further than the Radar Renegade RT. Radar has been in the business for a long time now, and I can confidently say that they are a super solid bang for your buck option when it comes to tires. We actually just finished up a build for Dusty here, one of our social media guys, on his 2016 Silverado, and he's on those Radar Renegade RTs in a 35, 13.5, 24 on a 24, 14, and he loves them. They look good, they handle well, they ride great, and overall they're just a solid option for the money. Plus a really cool fun fact here that you probably didn't know, Radar is one of the only carbon neutral tire companies to exist in the entire tire industry, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Regardless of that though, one thing is for sure, the tire industry, it's changed over the last few years, and it definitely has made building a truck a bit more challenging. Getting the tires you want maybe isn't always as simple as it was a couple years ago, right? The good news here though is that we've grabbed as much of that tire inventory as we can so we can help you guys get ready for show season or daily driving or whatever you need tires for. And you guys can of course check all of that out, including the Radar Renegade RT we just talked about, at customoffsets.com. With that, I'm Dustin, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Hunter, go get me a hot stuffed pizza.